So you want to rig an International 420? Let's do it. If your boat's been in storage, or you're just getting off the trailer, or even if you've just bought an International 420, this video is going to help you set it up. First, we're going to set up the mast. So you need the spreaders, shrouds. You need some electrical tape so that you can tape the ends of your spreaders so the kite doesn't get stuck or ripped. You need a Phillips or a flathead depending on the screw you have, and then a pair of pliers. First, you make sure your spreader is on the correct side before you put it up at the terminal at the top of the mast. The side with the barrel is the aft side of the spreader, and the other side feels a little bit thicker, and that's going to be the front. So this barrel is the one that you're going to be putting into the mast. It's actually right next to the mast track. Once you know it's the proper way, you can take the wire and bring it to the top of the mast and put the terminal into the mast. I remember how to put them in because it's going to be for traps, top T traps. So down here, we put the spreaders. Quick tip, if you put the screw in the side where the barrel is first, it'll actually go in easier. Otherwise, you might have to wiggle a little bit to get it in. Tape the pin on the spreaders first, and then from there you want to just tape the spreader nicely so that the spinnaker is not going to rip when you pull it up. Let's put up the mast. And I am a short person, so I'm going to show you how to put up the mast easy, even if you're short. Put the mast against the tree, and then walk it up. Okay, when you hold the mast, the top arm is straight and the bottom arm is bent. Then, if you need to shuffle a little, shuffle it higher so you can lift it up, put it in, sliding it down a little bit, making sure I have control. There's more pressure on my top hand. My bottom arm is more for gliding. I'm just lining up the base of the mast with the mast tab. So you know it's in when you hear a nice, solid sit inside. For putting up a mast alone by yourself, here's what you can do. Put on this little line called the preventer, holds the mast in place, and put it all the way forward. Now I can let go. Next step is finding the forestay, and the forestay always goes to the front hole. After the forestay, it's time for shrouds. Slowly let the mast back as possible. I'm just going to make sure I put it at an even number on side to side. I'm going to start on 6. The front numbers are whole numbers. The back numbers are halves. So in between 6 and 7 is 6.5, 6, 7. Looking at the bottom of the mast, we have main halyard, we have the spinnaker halyard, we have the down haul for the topping lift, and we have the up haul for the topping lift. This is the Cunningham. Cunningham usually goes from a block, and it'll go on the port side. So I start with the spinnaker, and I take it all the way back. And then I go through the block, through the cleat, bring it back, and I tie it to a bungee. The downhaul for the topping lift, and I put it on the bungee. So this is the one that's going to keep the pole from skying high into the sky. And I'm attaching it here. I have an overhand, a granny knot, and I'm going to put an overhand. Simple, and it stays. Making sure the knot goes all the way to the end. On shore, the Cunningham can be used to tie up the centerboard to make sure it's all the way up and out of the gaskets. Then it goes back to a block where it's led to the control line. One of the control lines is bottomed out, tied on one side, and then the other goes up and to the port side of the centerboard trunk. Bank system here, and we have a cascade of purchases. The twisty block will go at the top, and then this straight shackle will go to the mast. After that, this line will lead back, and that'll go have a control line that goes on the starboard side. So we have the control line on the starboard side so that at the starting line and on the reach, you can control the vang super easily. I like to put this shackle so that the pin actually goes from top to bottom. So if it ever gets loose, it doesn't fall out right away. I take the control line, I put it through the block, and then through there, it's going to go through the centerboard case, again, starboard side, and then through that little block there. Just like the Cunningham and the vang control lines, the uphaul line is going to be tied off on one end, and then it's going to go up through the centerboard trunk, but this side, again, starboard side, that helps with reaches. Different booms have different systems, but for this system, you have to put the outhaul. Just make sure it's nice and loose, and you take it from the port side, you go through the grommet in the mainsail, and then you'll go back, and there's usually a hole inside where you can tie a double overhand knot, and that'll keep it nicely inside. Make sure you put a small shackle up here so you don't have a lot of windage and not a lot of things to catch on at the top.